In the quiet Ghanaian town of Akwatia, where sunlight paints the rooftop gold and the scent of cocoa and kosa drifts through the morning air, lived a young boy named Kojo. He shared a modest compound house with his father and stepmother. The house was always alive with sound, the chatter of neighbors, the banging of pestles on fufu, the laughter of children chasing each other with palm leaves. But Kojo, the compound often felt like the loneliest place in the world. Everything had changed after his mother's death. His father remarried a woman named Maabena, a woman whose smiles appeared as sweet as ripe mango from outside, but carried the bitterness of raw cola underneath. To the neighbors, she was pleasant and caring, always offering granuts or greeting elders with respect. But when the compound gates closed behind visitors, her true nature emerged like a shadow rising at sunset. Kojo felt it in small ways at first. His favorite wooden boat, carved by his mother, suddenly broken, his kente bookmark torn at the edges, his sandals hidden, leaving him to walk barefoot on scorchy sand, and worst of all, his mother's treasured calabash, which once sat proudly on straw mat in his room, suddenly disappeared without a trace. When Kojo confronted her about it, Maabena only shrugged and told him not all things from the past deserved to remain. Her voice was icy, and though the words were simple, they sliced through Kojo's heart like a sharp blade. Still, he held on the memories of his mother tightly. She had always told him that family was like a baobab tree. Its roots ran deep even when the world tried to cut it down. Kojo had no idea how soon he would discover the truth in those words. One night, as a violent storm battered the town, Kojo found himself unable to sleep. Rain pounded loudly on the zinc roof. Thunder cracked so fearlessly that the wooden walls of his room trembled. Lantern in hand, he made his way towards the small back kitchen, where flour, dry peppers, and old cooking utensils were stored. Something had called him there, something he couldn't explain. As he entered, he noticed a faint glow coming from the back of a sack of dry plantain. He froze. Blinking through the dim lantern light, he knelt and pushed the sack aside. There it was, his mother's calabash, but it was glowing softly, warmly, as though lit from within. His heart pounded. He reached out with a trembling hand. Mama, he whispered, barely daring to breathe. The moment his fingers brushed the calabash, a warm wind swept through the kitchen. Even though all the windows were shut, the glow expanded, surrounding him in gentle light. Slowly, a figure formed inside it. His mother, wrapped in a vibrant kente, standing under a massive baobab tree. Her smile was tender, full of love. When you are lost, Kojo, her voice whispered, like wind through leaves. The truth hides in the roots. As suddenly as it had appeared, the vision faded, leaving the calabash warm in his hands. Kojo knew exactly where the baobab tree was, an ancient giant at the edge of the town where children played ampe and old men shared palm wine under its shade. At dawn, before the roosters even finished crowing, Kojo slipped out the compound, but Maabena saw him leaving from behind the kitchen window. Her eyes narrowed. She followed him silently, her feet swift yet quiet. Kojo ran all the way to the baobab tree, clutching the calabash. When he arrived, the glow began again, brighter than before. He knelt at the root and began to dig, his hands scraping through soil and stones. Minutes passed. Sweat dripped down his forehead. Then his fingers struck something wrapped in cloth. He pulled it out, a tightly sealed bundle tied with black thread. Before he could open it, Mabena's hand shot out, grabbing it harshly. You will not ruin me. What I have built, I will not allow you to ruin it, he hissed. Her voice was thick with fury, her sweet mask completely gone. Suddenly, a strong wind rose from nowhere. The earth trembled. The calabash hummed like a drum. Vibrating in Kojo's hands, the bundle tore itself free from Mabena's grip and rose into the air. The thread snapped, the cloth unfurled. Inside was a letter written in his mother's handwriting. Glowing words appeared in the air as the letter floated above them all. Maabena was once my maid, the letter began slowly, each word shimmering. Dismissed for theft, she vowed revenge. She deceived your father. Kojo, beware of the one who smiles with hatred in her heart. Maabena staggered backwards, her face twisted with horror. The wind howled around her, swirling dust and leaves. She tried to run, but the wind pushed against her like an invisible wall. She screamed, stumbling towards the path back to town, until eventually the wind died down, and she was gone from Kojo's life for good. All became quiet again. The sun rose gently over Akwatia, spreading warmth across the land. Kojo stood alone beneath the baobab tree, the calabash glowing softly in his hands. A whisper brushed past his ear. Now the house is free. For the first time in years, Kojo felt peace settling into his chest. He walked home slowly, the calabash tucked close to him as though it were his mother's hand guiding him. Life in the compound changed. Neighbors returned with warm greetings. His father seemed lighter, no longer clouded by Mabena's jealousy, and Kojo hugged the calabash on the wall, where it glowed faintly every evening, as though watching over him. But one night, long after everyone had fallen asleep, Kojo heard a soft tapping on his window. Curious, he opened it. Sitting on the ledge was a second calabash, smaller, newer, warm to touch, as if delivered by unseen hands. A gentle whisper floated from it. Your story has only begun. And Kojo knew whatever magic protected his family was far from finished.